Hey everyone, this is Twisted Tea. I just wanted to give you guys a quick Apple tip on how to rename multiple files. Apple actually gives you 3 different ways to do this, and I'll walk you through each one and explain how it works. On the desktop here, I created a folder just called Fall Trip. And you can see I have a bunch of files in there that I just named IMG 1 through 10, just for an example. So what you'll want to do first, after you import or copy over the files that you have, they could be photos, they could be PDFs, you're going to want to select the files that you want to rename. And how you go about doing that is you select the first file that you want, and you can hold down the Shift key, and then select another file, and you'll notice when you hold down the Shift key, it selects everything in between those 2 clicks. So if I click the first one again, and then I hold down the Shift key, I can click image 10, it'll do everything in between. Another way to do that is if you wanted to select all the files in this folder on the Mac, just hit Command A, and that selects all of them. What you want to do then is right click and then say rename. And this is where Apple gives you the 3 different options. So we'll start with the first one here, that is replace text. Basically what this means is find, and you'll put that word or the number. So we have IMG1, and then replace it with, and then you can put another text field in there. So for example, I can say find IMG, and we'll say replace with image. And then you'll see that the example down here shows you what they would change to. So image 1 through 10. So if I hit rename, you'll notice that it immediately changes to image 1 through 10. I'm just going to go up here to edit and say undo rename so I can show you the other examples. So it goes back to IMG1. Then I'll hit rename again. And let's go here to add text. Very simple. This is just saying, do you want to add text to the file? So if I have IMG1, I can say add this text either after the file or before the file name. So this one, let's just say it was a lake trip. Let's say these were lake trip photos just in this example. So you'll notice that it'll say IMG 3 lake trip. So if I hit rename, you'll notice now that they all have lake trip added to it. So I'll go back to edit, undo, rename, so I can show you the last one. And the last option that they give you, I'll right click and say rename. This is kind of the format, which gives you quite a bit. Once you format here, you can say format and index. This basically says kind of like what I have in the example already. Image 1, image 2, kind of index, alphabetical order, what you want to do. You can say custom format, say image, and then after the name, start number at 1. So like what I have in my example already would be image 1, 2, 3. I could just do it here. Let's just say photo. And you'll notice that it says photo 1. So all this would get changed to photo 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I wanted to start at 100 instead. So now I'll do photo 100. And if I hit rename, you'll see now it says photo 100, 101. And I can do some other things with under format here. I can change this and say number and counter. Kind of like what you're seeing already. It just adds a little bit more numbers to it, to the example here. And then, you can say, after or before, put the number. So this is more of, depending on how many files that you have, it can add up. And then the last one that they have is name and date. So this will actually give you photo, and then it'll give you the date and then the time. So it's almost like a timestamp on every single file that you can do there. And then for example here, if you have photo and then after, you notice that there's no space, just go up here and put a space in there, and you'll notice that that example then will change that. So if I hit rename here, now I have photo and a space and then all my text. So I hope this helps with any of your large, imports. I know that a lot of people deal with photos or PDFs, or maybe it's just a workflow or a process that you use, whether it's personal or business, and this can help you rename multiple files quickly. I'll see you on the other one.